from Nigeria, but I grew up in London, in Wandsworth, and I moved to Sutton. So in college, I studied art and design, and in uni, I studied graphic media and illustration. Probably my older brother, he works really, really hard, so I try and match that work ethic as best as I can. I wouldn't say there's a program I necessarily dislike, but I mainly use Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, and then I do a lot of my stuff kind of freehand, so I spend a lot of my time sketching, doing like on paper, on anything really, so I spend a lot of my time doing sketching and stuff onto paper, and then I take it into Photoshop and Illustrator, and then, you know, abuse my powers there. So the main guy I look up to is a guy called Alex Ross, who's like a really good comic book designer, illustrator, who focuses more on realism. Then there's another guy called Norman Rockwell, who's amazing. Like he focuses more on realism, but he adds a lot of cartoons to his illustrations as well. He focuses more on the emotion side of it. Something I need to do, or pen and paper, then I'm gonna draw it. I don't know, I'm not really focusing on the mood so much, I'm just focusing on what I kind of need to do to kind of get the work done. So I mainly focus on like comic book illustrations, so I do stuff like, say, Marvel, DC and stuff like that. I love anime as well, but only certain ones though, like the creepy ones as well. It sounds strange, but the creepy ones that kind of have the best illustrations in it. So like there's a comic called Berserk. There's a comic called Berserk that I really listen to. It's really gory and bloody and just really, it's messed up. Death Note is really good, really, really good. That's probably more on the basis of kind of what I look at. There's loads, but we won't get into it. I think when I was like younger, I kind of knew, because I think, this is embarrassing, yeah, but my brother used to, like, when I was younger, I used to creep into my brother's room, and there was like bare porno DVDs or whatever. So then obviously, I just swiped past them, and I just grabbed the comic books instead, and I'll just sit there reading for like hours, just reading different stories in comic books and stuff like that, until my brother came home, and he would just look at me like, oh, you've been in my room again, you flipping creep, and then whatever. But yeah, no, that's kind of when I knew I was going to be like drawing these comic books one day and getting involved in it. Probably just look at a range of different people's art styles and incorporate that into my own. So if I see an art style or someone that I really, really like, illustrator wise, I'll kind of like take parts of what I like from him or her and then incorporate it into my own. But I do it like through every artist I can really think of. So I do a lot of like freelance work on like Instagram and stuff. So I'm gonna do a piece on Prince, RIP Prince. I'm gonna do a piece on him. So that's probably what's next up. I'm gonna be selling that as well. I'm gonna do like a lot of realism projects and stuff, just random projects I'm gonna be doing. Companies are looking at me now, like a lot of like, yeah, different companies are looking at me now, trying to get me to do illustrations for them, which is gonna be good. So that's gonna pay some really big bills. Yeah. Just draw all the time, constantly keep drawing. Stay organized and like make sure you can, it's gonna sound strange, but make sure you know what you wanna do and the type of illustrations you wanna draw, because if you know that, you'll get to your goals quicker, as they say.